Where are we going right now?
Right now we are heading to the emergency room so that a trauma team can take a look at me. Okay, so we were going cliff diving because finals were almost over, and I mean, that's a fun thing to do. So a bunch of people headed on down to wherever that place is. I forget where. And I decided that I wanted to be cool and do a head first dive. And what ended up happening was nobody really told me that the water level was down super far from where it normally is. So we got a little bit of a running start, jump off a cliff, realize about halfway down, holy crap, I'm falling about twice as far as I normally am, and land pretty much flat on my back. It sucked a lot. I started coughing up blood pretty much immediately. I didn't go unconscious though, which is a good thing, and I also managed to pull myself back up the cliff on my own, which was a good thing. So didn't break anything, didn't collapse any lungs, just lots of blunt force trauma. That's about it. The doctor said, one, you're an idiot, and then he referred me to another doctor who also confirmed that I was an idiot. And basically there are three things wrong with my left lung right now. The right one's fine, but the left one has some kind of a blood clot lining on the inside, some kind of air packet between the lung and whatever is supposed to be next to your lungs. And then there's also just a small bruise inside the lining of my left lung.
Which is all bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually kind of a best case scenario.
Do we normally cough up blood?
Isn't that like something everyone does?
Right here, right? We're here at the emergency room. Our friend Brian. You saw the video earlier, but he just on. So he was coughing up blood. He was like, "Oh God, I don't know what to do." We drove here as fast as we could. We were just freaking out because I was scared of blood getting on my car, but that's beside the point. God, we don't know what to do. We're freaking out.
Hello everybody. Clearly did not go quite the way I had expected it to. So I got some of these going on. Not really sure what any of this is for. But I mean, they've been pretty friendly and they've taken pretty good care of me, so apparently what happened is I have a huge air pocket between my lungs, my ribs, and my spine. So that's where all the pain is coming from. And I probably ended up bruising my lung a little bit. So that's what it looks like this is. And yeah, that's all I got.
I get in there, and up until that point, I had basically been told that, the trauma team, you need to go to the trauma team, which is kind of scary or whatever, but really, the only thing they're going to do is they're just going to be taking a look at you, just looking at it, and they might keep you overnight for observation, but they might just hand you a bag of medicine and then kick you out, being like, why are you here? Go have fun with your friends. It doesn't matter. So
Brian's perfectly fine. He's big baby. He's just... I'm pretty sure he was faking blood. I mean, I had some ketchup in the car. I think it was just... throwing the ketchup all around. And I think Jordan agrees with me. Presto.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, just Brian's being a big baby. Man, that guy needs to suck it up. Go lift some weights, you pansy.
Get to the hospital, sign all the paperwork, get myself checked in, and immediately they put me in one of those beds and sit me down. Doctor comes over and says, okay, so it looks like you have a packet of air in between lungs and the chest wall. There's some kind of a bruise in there, and there's a small area that's filled with fluid or something like that, and so we're gonna have to stick a chest tube in you to drain that. So I'm freaking out because I'm about to have a glass rod stuck in my body to drain fluid that isn't supposed to be there, and they keep telling me that this is what's going to happen, and then they keep sticking new weird things in me. Like I got stuck I think 4 times in about like an hour.
I will say this for the guy. I was standing outside the curtain in the ER room, and he doesn't have any blood. The man doesn't have any blood. They couldn't find any blood. I was about to pass out just listening to them talk about it, and my man's in there joking about it.
I got 2 done in here, and then 1 on each wrist. And the ones on the wrists, they were supposed to be looking for arteries, and none of the nurses that stuck me could find any arteries. So I don't know if that means that I just don't have any, like I only have half of a circulatory system, or if everyone in that hospital just sucks. Because I mean, they were super friendly, and I liked all the people that were there, but they just, I mean, they just couldn't do anything. So they're sticking me and they're looking for arteries, and then this one guy comes in and he's like, okay, the deal is that if we did this, the chances of it helping you are a lot less significant than the chances of it actually harming you. So we're not going to be, we're not going to be sticking anything in you today, which was very good for me to hear. And the only rule that he gave me was 1, don't do anything excessively stupid. 2, don't fly. And that's how I was planning on getting home in like 4 or 5 days. And he basically said, you're not allowed to be on an airplane for the next month. So here I am in North Carolina with no reasonable way of getting home. And I'm going to be making some phone calls probably when I can get this dumb thing charged. And thank you, Presto. And yeah, so I'm happy in the sense that I'm not staying in a hospital overnight, and I don't have a tube sticking out of my back. But at the same time, I'm stranded miles and miles away from home. So yeah. Yep, that's all I got. How do I turn this thing off? Stop button.